home. So yeah, bro, this is what $1.8 million gets you in Miami. Here, let's take a look, just so you guys can get oriented here. This is Coral Way. Coral Gables is that way. Brickell is down that way. So this is gonna be the new office. It needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of love, let me tell you. So downstairs, you can see it's 2,000 square feet of commercial office space. Can't go in right now, obviously it's closed. I don't have the keys till January 15th, but that's the day we should be closing. And let's take a walk around real quick. This front door from, I don't even know what year. Signage is old. These landscaping. Let's take a walk upstairs real quick. 311's on top. That's what's gonna help pay the mortgage. Got one unit here. Sure, we gotta clear this out. This is we got these old school vents. We got old windows. These ain't big. So this is 3 units upstairs, the other unit downstairs, and it was cool because I was actually just looking for either a commercial property or an investment property. And when this popped up, I was like, oh shit, this is the best of both worlds. Will I qualify? Is this a good move? Is the building too old? Is it worth it? All these questions start coming up in your head. I'm still losing sleep over it. But hey, I know it's a good move. I know it is. Still gonna have my doubts every now and then because I'm human, but I know it's a good move. So if you start looking at some of the other commercial properties around here, they're all nice, cleaned up, you know, well groomed. That's a law office over there. It looks beautiful. And so that's what I want to do with this. I want to invest in it. I want to make it feel like home. And look, worst case scenario, if shit goes real bad, I got a unit up there I can live in. I got to downsize all of a sudden, and I got to figure out, I got commercial property downstairs where my business is. I could sublease individual units within that, and I can lease units up here to help me with cash flow. It's a blessing. I mean, this is a blessing. I never thought when I started this company 4.5 years ago that it would lead me to purchasing a building. Funny story is when I told Alex that I bought a building, told him where it was, he thought I was talking about that, right? And so when he pulled up and he saw this little guy, right? If you back up a little bit, he saw this thing and he was like, that's the building you're buying? And I was like, Alex, that is a $15 million building. That's a $2 million building. Big difference. But I wasn't offended by it. I actually told him, I said, that means that you believe that I could buy that. So you know what? I'm gonna buy that. Something like it one day, just because he believed that I could. So I need to believe in myself that I could own something like that. So this lot, just to let you guys know, I can actually build a structure the same size. It's already zoned. So let's say one day a developer comes and says, hey, I love this location. I want to elevate the building, put a parking lot all over downstairs, a building on top on pillars. Now you got that airspace. It's pretty cool. Potential. Everything is potential. Want to take off all these satellite discs, all these wires, and just make this look good. These are not hurricane proof, but guess what? It's okay. It's still a blessing. We can look at all of the imperfections in everything. There's beauty in imperfection. So this is home, guys. This is the new AMP Mental Health Headquarters. Coming from a 10 by 10 office where I've been going up to 2 10 by 10 offices right next to each other at Regis, transferring over to 2,000 square feet, still renting on 14th and Coral Way. So now buying this. And don't get me wrong, to some people, this is nothing. This is minimal. But to me, this is everything because this is my life. Don't minimize those gains that you make as you go, those steps that you take. This is my way of celebrating it. Right now, me talking to you and showing you that if I could do it, you could do it too. To somebody else, this is their current goal. But to me, this is where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it humble and say, I'm proud of where we are today, but I know there's a lot more steps to take to get to the next level. Right now I see this logo slapped somewhere up there. That signage is probably gonna come down. And we'll figure out signage and we'll figure out all the different updates that need to take place. Definitely needs a new front door. Down all the signage, make it look classy, make it look modern. Probably some wood panels instead of these brick. AMP Mental Health's brand new headquarters. It ain't brand new, but it's new to me. You guys are welcome to come join me. We got CVS right there, just in case you need a pharmacy. But more important, we got some great clinicians and great people that are going to be working within this building, changing lives, helping people. I have to look at the exact date when I started A&P. I call it June 1st, 2020, because that's when I got laid off by UM and I had to go off on my own. But it was even prior to that where I had already started trying to build the practice of A&P. Actually, I'm going to find it right now. So I can tell you an exact date. So look, this is frames that were going up September 2019 in the very first office that was 10 by 10. So the truth is, I use the date of June 1st, 2020 often when I talk about when this started. But really, I began the practice September of 2019. It was a cash-based business and I didn't really know which way to take it. I tried that on my own for a while where I was just paying out money, paying rent. And it took a little while before I decided I need to go with the insurance-based model because more people want to go that route. So I was trying to chase the path. I was trying to look for the path of least resistance. I thought I could go the cash route. I found out very quickly I needed to change direction. That's when I brought in an office manager. Fast forward June 1st, 2020, I get laid off by the University of Miami. And now we're standing here on December 23rd, 2024. I'll be closing on this building on January 15th, 2025. Really, what you're looking at is it took from September of 2019. It took from September 24th, 2019 to January 15th, 2025 to go through this whole progression, to go through all these obstacles to get to where I am today, to have the company be at a point where it's able to purchase or build 3 people that are going to call this home upstairs, and then a group of people that are going to be downstairs calling this their workplace home. And I probably spent an hour of that time talking to you about things that I've learned over the last year, or over the last couple of years, about investing and about money and finances and running a business. And I want to pass that on the same way I pass it on to you-ish. I want to pass it on to everybody that's in there that's willing to listen, because I know that there's a lot of value in these lessons that I've learned in a very short period of time, and I don't see anywhere where people are giving it to you in real time and showing you real life examples of what to do and how to do it. And bro, talking to you in there, this summer camp keeps on coming to my mind where I want to educate young kids that are just coming up about all these things that we never learn in school. They don't teach us about finances, about taxes, about investing, purchasing a property. What does that involve? How do I do it? What are the next steps? Running a business, what does that entail? How do I build a business? How does it work? Do you fail as you go? Yes, but nobody's teaching these things. And that's what I want to give. I want to give that because I know there's value in it. And maybe not value where it's going to generate revenue for me, or maybe it will. Who knows? I created an educational course for people who want to step into entrepreneurship. But I know I have proof. The proof is right here that you could build something from nothing. You could build something from an idea, and all of a sudden it has a life of its own. I want to give back, man. That's the most important thing to me. Something came to me today as I was pulling out. I didn't tell you this earlier. I went to Latin America, and there was probably a 60-year-old man taking care of like a 90-year-old woman, and he was sitting at the table and he was helping her. And I saw he was like being her caretaker. I didn't ask him anything. I had a little back and forth in my head, and I was like, I don't know if I'm getting emotional, but I want to give to this guy right now. And I had $400 on me. I pulled out a $100 bill, put it on the table in front of him. He was on the phone. He looked up at me confused. I patted him on the back. I said, keep doing what you're doing. And I walked away, got in my car, I drove off. I don't know whether it doesn't matter. And all I thought in my mind, like, I haven't been as close to God as I have been in a long time, or as I was growing up. The messages just kept on, when I was debating in that little moment, do I give this guy money? How much do I give him? Bro, give him $100. Give him $100. The only thing that something kept repeating in my mind was, the more you get, the more you give. The more you give, the more you get. So it's like, it's just cyclical. That's where I'm at today in my life, because I know the more I give in faith, the more I'll get in return. It doesn't mean I'm going to get back financially, but just the reward of giving is so valuable in itself. I know that I've been giving a lot, and that's why I'm getting a lot. I told you in the beginning of the year, 2024 was going to be an amazing year for me, a year of abundance. It took work, it took sacrifice, it took effort, but it was promised to me, and it's promised to you in the coming year. Take action. If you give, you'll get it. Yeah.